Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. We humbly welcome His Excellency M.T. Abdul Hamid, Honorable President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, MP, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency M.D. Jahid Hassan Russell, MP, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Mahlouf, Minister for Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment, Government of the Republic of Maldives, His Excellency Mr. Taimur Suleimanov, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Republic of Tatarstan, Russian Federation, His Excellency Mr. Taha Ayhan, President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, ICYF, His Excellency Mr. M.D. Akhtar Hussain, Senior Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh. Delegates from Bangladesh government, delegates from the OIC and member countries, especially the youth of Bangladesh from the OIC member countries and the world, and the distinguished guests for being with us today. Thank you so much. We also welcome the global leaders, dignitaries, ambassadors, academics, and especially the youth around the world, along with the participating countries, to this grand closing ceremony of OIC Youth Capital 2020, Dhaka, both on virtual platform and as well as in person. Distinguished guests, the journey of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 started amid of COVID-19 pandemic, and here we are all still delighted to bring the journey to a conclusion, though the fear of pandemic is yet to cease. Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 included 10 programs and competitions with the participation of the youth. These programs and competitions have made opportunities for the youth to come together, share culture and experiences, exchange, engage, explore, empower, and learn to get ready for the future. Today, the Festival of the Youth is coming to an end for now, with memories and inspirations to take for the next round. At the beginning of today's occasion, we would like to request Qari Muhammad Hafizul Haq to recite verses from the Holy Quran. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. صدق الله العظيم. সূরা বাকারা 21 নম্বর তেলাওয়াতকৃত আয়াতের বঙ্গানুবাদ। মহান রব্বুল আলামিন বলেন, হে মানব জাতি, তোমরা আল্লাহ এবং আল্লাহ পাকের দাসত্ব স্বীকার করো, যিনি তোমাদের এবং তোমাদের পূর্বে যারা ছিল তাদের সবাইকে সৃষ্টি করেছেন। আশা করা যায় এর ফলে তোমরা সমুদয় সংকট থেকে বেঁচে থাকতে পারবে এবং শান্তি স্থাপিত হবে। আল্লাহ তাআলা said, O you who believe, O you people, worship your guardian Lord, who created you and those who came before you, that you may become righteous and peacefully. Barakallahu lana wa lakum fil Qur'anil Azim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Now I humbly request His Excellency MD Akhtar Hussain, Senior Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, to deliver his welcome speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's chief guest, His Excellency Mr. Muhammad Abdul Hamid, Honorable President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Chair of today's program, His Excellency Mr. Muhammad Zahid Hassan Russell MP, Honorable State Minister, Minister of Youth and Sports, Bangladesh. Today's special guests, His Excellency Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen MP, Honorable Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bangladesh. Her Excellency Ms. Senia Razubeva, Head of the Federal Agency for the Youth Affairs, the Russian Federation. His Excellency Ahmed Mahlouf, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Youth and Sports and Community Empowerment, Republic of Maldives. His Excellency Mr. Taimur Sulaimanov, Honorable Minister, Minister of Youth Affairs, Republic of Tatarstan. His Excellency Mr. Taha Ihan, Honorable President, Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum. Officials from ICOF, Excellencies, distinguished guests, representatives from print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and a very good afternoon to you all. First of all, I would like to pay my deepest gratitude and homage to the greatest Bengali of all times, our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the icon of youth under whose undisputed visionary leadership we got our coveted independence. I would also like to recall and pay my deepest respect to all freedom fighters who participated and sacrificed their lives for our independence. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the closing ceremony of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. Distinguished guests, it's a great recognition for Bangladesh as we own the coveted OIC Youth Capital 2020 by probing our merit in matters related to innovation, sports, culture, and inclusive youth leadership. It marks a significant recognition for the dynamic and determined leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her spirited government in the youth sector. Excellencies, Dhaka OIC Youth Capital began in 2020 on a digital platform amid the global pandemic. 10 programs took place, and we are truly surprised about how the youth from around the globe participated in these programs, despite of pandemic situation. The programs and events of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 were organized in both regional and global levels. Total 6,689 participants were competed in various competitions, and total number of people engagement were 377,689 from 86 countries and from around the globe. After more than a year, different activities and programs, Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 has come to an end, and we are here today at the closing ceremony. After the opening ceremony, we organized year-long events including Resilient Youth Leadership Summit, Youth Bootcamp, OIC Scout Conference, Bangabandhu Youth Leadership Award, Sheikh Hasina Youth Volunteer Award in response to COVID-19, Holy Quran Recitation Competition, Film Festival, Art Exhibition, Debate Competition, and Entrepreneurship Skill and Employment Camp to celebrate Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 program. At this auspicious event, I would like to congratulate all who were participated and win in various events and competitions. Distinguished guests, Ministry of Youth and Sports along with the ICOF organized these grand programs, and we are really glad that we are a part of this great memorable event. Ministry of Foreign Affairs and few other ministries and government organizations were taken lead of different events and programs. This was a great successful initiative where the youth of the world came together, learned a lot, and showcased their skills and potentials before us. I believe the most significant thing that has happened through this event is the network building throughout the year. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Honorable President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency Muhammad Abdul Hamid, for his kind presence. I would also like to express my gratitude to Honorable Ministers, Honorable President of ISOF, distinguished guests who are with us at today's program in this pandemic situation. I would also like to express my thanks to my colleagues of the Ministry of Youth and Sports and other ministries for carrying out their responsibilities efficiently and make the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 a successful event. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. May Bangladesh live forever.
At this stage of today's program, let us go through an audio-visual presentation on the birth centenary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and the celebration of the Golden Jubilee of the independence of Bangladesh.
On 7th March 1971, the world waited to hear one voice. And the voice was heard.
7 কোটি মানুষকে দাবায় রাখতে পারবো না।
And the path to the birth of a new nation was paved. The architect was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the greatest Bengali of all time. And the architecture was an independent Bangladesh. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was born on 17th March 1920. He was a young leader and a voice for rights and justice. He revolted to protect the rights of mother tongue in 1952. He became a minister at only 34. Yet, not intimidated by power, he chose to fight beside the people and resigned from the cabinet. In 1966, he enunciated the 6-point program, a charter of demands that practically set the path to freedom. He was unanimously elected as the Prime Minister in 1970, but the rulers refused to give the power to the people. On the historic 7th March, Bangabandhu declared that the days of subjugation are over.
এবারে সংগ্রাম আমাদের মুক্তির সংগ্রাম। এবারে সংগ্রাম স্বাধীনতার সংগ্রাম।
On 25th March, the Liberation War began, and a 9-month battle against a disciplined army was driven by one core spirit, with one slogan of millions.
জয় বাংলা।
This fearless fight for freedom and the sacrifice of 3 million lives gave birth to an independent nation. Bangabandhu began the journey towards a golden Bengal and inspired global peace, unity, and cooperation. At the UNGA in 1974, he said, "Peace is an imperative for the survival of humanity." In 1974, Bangladesh became a member of the OIC. Bangabandhu urged, "We need today to get our wisdom than ever before to harness this power, not to destroy, but to create, not to make war, but to build peace, not to aggravate human sufferings, but to advance human welfare." Bangabandhu believed in the goodness of people, and the chance was taken by the conspirators. After a period of unstable times, the nation was again set back on the right track when the spirit was revived under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh has recently confirmed ascending to the developing country status, and the world has forecasted the country to be the 28th largest economy by 2030. With a goal to become developed country by 2041, the key force of the nation is the spirited youth. 50 years ago, the world saw the rise of a new nation. Now, they are witnessing the rise towards becoming a developed nation. Bangladesh is celebrating the birth centenary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and the Golden Jubilee of independence. The spirit of Bangabandhu and Bangladesh is an inspiration for the generations. Inspiring to impact.
Now it's our honor to request His Excellency, Mr. President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, ICYF, who is leading this great platform for youth, to deliver his valuable speech on this grand closing.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable President, His Excellency A.K. Abdul Hamid Bey, His Excellency Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen Bey, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Mr. Zahid Ahsan Rusal Bey, the Minister of Youth and Sports, and also the architect and the hero behind all the OIC Youth Capital of Dhaka 2021. His Excellency Ahmed Mahlouf Bey, the Minister of Youth and Sports of Maldives, His Excellency Timur Süleymanov Bey, the Minister of Youth of Tatarstan, His Excellency Abdullah Al-Islam, Honorable Chairman of Standing Committee on the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. Ahsan Hussein Bey, Akhtar Hussein Bey, His Excellency Ambassador Hussein Ibrahim Taha Bey, the Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and Her Excellency Kisanya Hanım from Russia, the head of the Youth Agency. Dear Excellencies, dear ladies, dear gentlemen, my dear sisters and brothers, first of all, it's a great pleasure for me to be here among you in person, physically, in this great venue with the perfect arrangements. Because in the last 2 years, unfortunately, I have to watch what you have done here so far as the OIC Youth Capital from the screen. And now, Alhamdulillah, unfortunately at the closing ceremony, but Alhamdulillah, at last, I am here with you, among you, and thank you very much for inviting me. It's my great pleasure to greet you from Dhaka. As ICYF, it was indeed a great honor for us all to work and collaborate with your excellencies and most amazing your team. We are tremendously glad that we could together successfully manage several great programs and projects under Dhaka as the 6th OIC Youth Capital. And once we have declared Dhaka as the Youth Capital for 2020, as you all know, we didn't know that Dhaka, we didn't know that we will face with the COVID-19. But after the COVID-19 has struck all the world, unfortunately, we have to renew our plans. But successfully, Dhaka made a tremendous job to attract millions of young people from all around the world. And I think we can be proud of being part of such a tremendous job. And I want to express my deepest gratitude and congratulations, starting from His Excellency Ahsan Rusal Bey, the Minister of Youth and Sports, to all the team of Bangladesh. We have, in the context of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020, had the opportunity to live an amazing experience with our beloved youth in Bangladesh and be able to implement many key mega events despite the challenging conditions we continue to encounter because of the COVID-19. And Alhamdulillah, we have a chance to spread the message of Bangladesh and Dhaka of developing country, of peace, of cohabitation, and youth energy and dynamism of Bangladesh with the millions of people from all around the world. And as we have listened from Mr. Akhtar Hussein Bey, more than 86 countries has participated to our events in Dhaka, and this is a huge success. Alhamdulillah. Together, we managed to team up throughout those tough times, and we managed to smoothly switch to online activities in line with the COVID-19 protocols. It is with a great honor and immense sense of satisfaction that I could say with confidence that we have fulfilled the goals we have set out to achieve at the beginning of our program. 2020 Dhaka Youth Capital kicked off with a brilliant inauguration program attended with many honorable ministers, global leaders, and dignitaries. Through the program, hundreds of young people came together to share the vision of cooperation, solidarity, and the exchange of best practices and experiences. Upon launching the 2020 Dhaka Youth Capital, we received more than 7,000 applications from across the OIC region and beyond. Thanks to the valuable partnerships and efforts of the government of Bangladesh and its national institutions, national councils, and non-governmental organizations, we have been able to expand the reach out of the program to the global level. Once again, I would like to extend my special thanks and gratitude to His Excellency, Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, for her strong and most generous support, and to the government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh for their hospitality and greatest dedication and unconditional support through the years, and unconditional support of her to the youth. Taking into consideration the example of Bangladesh as one of the Asia's most remarkable success stories in recent years, through Dhaka Youth Capital, ICYF was able to address some of the problematic challenges of youth in Asia, investing in the building of capacities and empowerment, all in line with the Bangladesh Vision for Youth. With the power of the youth, Bangladesh has already materialized the Vision 2021 for digital Bangladesh. The decision of organizing the Dhaka Youth Capital 2020 program is a clear testament to the technologically empowered advanced Bangladesh. At ICYF, we would gladly share this ambition and this vision to contribute to it with the mega digital programs and activities for us all. Dhaka Youth Capital stands as a landmark on how we can together address some of the current issues and problems across the OIC countries and beyond, using information, communication, and technologies. Dear sisters and brothers, dear ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, I would also like to share with the joy of the announcement of the Kazan of Russian Federation of Tatarstan as the OIC capital for 2022, taking the reins from Dhaka as new epicenter for youth development, international projects, and intercultural diversity in the OIC region. We have declared the Kazan as the OIC capital of the 2022 because this year also marks 1,100 years of the Islam in Russian Federation. As the new OIC Youth Capital 2022, Kazan will be to promote further the OIC Youth Capital program, which will foster cooperation among OIC member states in youth policy and will enhance Muslim youth solidarity while fostering intercultural diversity and spirit of unity among the youth of the OIC geography and beyond. Before I conclude, allow me once again to congratulate all our young sisters and brothers for their astonishing efforts and contributions to the success of Dhaka as the OIC Youth Capital. On behalf of ICYF, I assure you that we have learned a lot from our brothers and sisters during the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital, and we will continue working with the concerned authorities in OIC member states towards the betterment of youth, cooperation and implementation of joint programs, towards consolidating the position of youth as a constructive partner in developing tolerance, sustainable development, and social cohesion. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, to grant us success and guidance. And again, I want to express my deepest thanks to the nation of Bangladesh, to the government of Bangladesh, to His Excellency President of Bangladesh, and to Her Excellency Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and also to His Excellency Ahsan Rusal Bey and his team. And I hope and I wish that we will organize several other projects and programs in the next years, inshallah, in person after the COVID-19 pandemic. I look forward to meeting you again many more times in Bangladesh. And thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Now, we would like to request His Excellency Mr. Timur Suleimanov, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Republic of Tatarstan, Russian Federation, to deliver his speech.
wabarakatuh. Honorable President, His Excellency MD Abdul Hamid, His Excellency Dr. Abdul Momen, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency MD Zahid Ahsan Russell, Honorable State Minister of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, His Excellency Ahmed Mahmoud, Minister of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment Government of the Republic of Maldives, His Excellency Mr. Tahai Han, Honorable President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, His Excellency Mr. Abdullah Al-Islam, Honorable Chairman of Standing Committee on Ministry of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, Mr. MD Akhtar Hussain, Senior Secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Bangladesh, dear Excellencies, youth delegates, delegates from OIC and ICYF, and all dignitaries. I am very glad to welcome you all at the grand closing ceremony on behalf of the government of Tatarstan and Federal Agency of Youth Affairs of Russian Federation. And first of all, I would like to congratulate the government of Bangladesh and OIC Youth Forum with such a great success. Despite the difficult epidemiological conditions, you managed to do such a bright, rich, and really interesting program. Sheikh Hasina Youth Volunteer Award 2020, Dhaka OIC Youth Capital Film Award, the Holy Quran Recitation Competition Entrepreneurship, Skills and Employment Camp, and other successful mega events. The cooperation with Islamic world is very important for Russian Federation. There are more than 20 million Muslims living in Russia, and in the Republic of Tatarstan, there are more than 173 nationalities living together in peace for centuries. In this regard, Islamic World Strategic Vision Group was established in 2006, right after Russia joined the Organization of Islamic Cooperation as an observer. The President of the Republic of Tatarstan, Rustam Minnikhanov, is the chairman of the Islamic World Strategic Vision Group since 2014. And also, it is important to mention, again, after His Excellency the President of ICYF, I would like to underline that next year, 2022, Russian Federation will celebrate 100-year anniversary of the adoption of Islam by the Volga Bulgaria. It is extremely important that ICYF is open to Muslim minorities living across the globe. And we feel this attitude, your kind attitude, in Russia and in Tatarstan since the very beginning. In 2012, Salat Youth Movement of the Tatarstan became a member of the OIC Youth Forum. Since that time, with the support of the OIC Youth Forum, we organized dozens of events and youth programs in Tatarstan, such as the OIC model, Youth Summer Camp, the OIC Youth Innovation Forum, that later was transformed into a great and big program of the OIC Youth Entrepreneurship Forum, and many others. By the way, the Entrepreneurship Forum attracts hundreds of startups, investors, and industry experts every year. In 7 years, more than 1,000 representatives from 50 countries took part in the forum, and the number of attracted investment exceeded $2 million. In 2015, we also created a platform for young diplomats from the OIC countries. It unites more than 120 representatives from 30 countries working in the embassies of the Islamic countries in Russian Federation. Thanks to our friendship and cooperation with the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, the Republic of Tatarstan in these years has become a place for personal and professional development as for youth from the OIC geography so for Muslim youth from non-OIC countries. Last year, with the support of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Russian Federation and Federal Agency of Youth, there was founded in Kazan the Federal Project Office of International Youth Cooperation, Russia OIC. The aim of the project office is to provide cooperation and systematic interaction of Russian youth and youth of the OIC member states. Dear brothers and sisters, I would like to convey my heartfelt gratitude to OIC Youth Forum for choosing Kazan as OIC Youth Capital for the next year. And personally, His Excellency President Taha Ayhan for your trust and belief in us. We plan to organize a great amount of important mega events, the International Scientific Congress. We plan to hold International Youth Festival of Modern Muslim Culture. Also, a big tournament of esports, of the cyber sports. And one of the largest events for the next year is the Global Youth Ministers Summit, where we will be happy to welcome all the ministers of youth affairs from OIC member states. Once more, I would like to congratulate our honorable colleagues in Bangladesh with successfully performing and holding the status of OIC Youth Capital for Dhaka. And I would like to confirm on behalf of the government of Tatarstan that we will do our best keeping the highest level of the project of OIC Youth Capital. So, dear friends, dear colleagues, welcome to Kazan. I'm happy to invite you to visit official inauguration ceremony of the Kazan OIC Youth Capital 2022 in February, which is planned in Moscow, in order to have such a great honor to receive the key of Youth Capital and open with this key, inshallah, new page of our beautiful history of the project of OIC Youth Capital in Kazan. A new page, new stage, and a new year towards new opportunities for youth, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to look back into the journey of the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 programs, activities, and competitions. Let us enjoy an audio-visual on the graceful journey of the year-long youth engagements.
O tempestuous youth, wake up. Come like a tornado, trampling everything that falls in front of thee in causeless glee. Whenever the humankind has seen an era is changing, the youth was ahead to lead the change. Youth leaps fearlessly into adventures and creates path for others. Youth fights the war and revolts for peace. They ravage the darkness and enlighten the world. Youth is the telescope that shows the future. Here in Bangladesh, the youth of the world celebrated spirit and courage together in 2020 and 2021. About 2 billion of the 7.5 billion population of the world is youth now. To unite the youth and to inspire them for greatness, the spirit must be ignited. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, is the second largest intergovernmental organization after the United Nations and the collective voice of the Muslim world to ensure and safeguard their interest on economic, social, and political areas. Bangladesh became a member of the OIC in 1974 and since then has been an important partner for united progress. The Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, ICYF, is the umbrella for the youth from the member states of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and from the world. ICYF organizes OIC Youth Capital in different capital cities to engage and unite the youth for creating opportunities. In the year of the birth centenary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, to pay tribute to his memory, Dhaka was selected as the OIC Youth Capital 2020. Dhaka prepared to welcome the youth of the OIC member countries and the world. Then, the coronavirus pandemic hit the world. The world went into shutdowns and borders were closed, and celebration became uncertain. In the history of the mankind, nothing ever could stop the youth. The youth did not sit idle, nor did Dhaka. Dhaka, the city of history and heritage, the city of mosques and Muslim, the city with highest density of Muslim population, the city of youth and spirit, the city of unity and diversity, the city of opportunities and empowerment, stood against all the odds. Despite the outbreak of coronavirus pandemic, Dhaka launched the largest youth e-meet of the time. Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. With the unstoppable spirit of the youth, the Ministry of Youth and Sports Bangladesh, ICYF, and OIC Youth Capital, in partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Bangladesh, Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 went live globally through virtual platform. The Honorable Prime Minister of the Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, declared the inauguration.
I hereby declare the opening of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020.
The leaders of the OIC member countries and Bangladesh joined the celebration, along with youth participation from the world. The launching ceremony was immediately followed by Resilient Youth Leadership Summit, where youth and eminent personalities joined in discussion to enhance resilience and empowerment among the youth. The following program was a boot camp on youth leadership for humanitarianism, where the youth of the world joined to take the fight for humanity to the next level. Youth has always been the first responder to crisis in almost everywhere in the world. When the pandemic hit, the youth came forward and their humanitarian acts helped the people to live through the pandemic. To recognize the indomitable spirit shown by the young volunteers across the globe in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Dhaka OIC Youth Capital organized Sheikh Hasina Youth Volunteer Award 2020. The next program was the Holy Quran Recitation Competition. The Holy Quran is the light of heavens, the guide to the correct path. Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 launched the competition with a view to enhancing the practice and study of the Holy Quran and to inspire living by the Holy Spirit. To inspire the aesthetic minds and to remember the illustrious history of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Bangabandhu Youth Art Competition was organized under the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. The OIC Knowledge Master Quiz Competition was organized as a youth platform to showcase their knowledge and skill, as well as connect and build up networks with their global counterparts to build a resilient and sustainable future for all. An entrepreneurship, skills and employment camp was organized with the aim to create a platform to bring together youth, investors, mentors, founders, governmental authorities, international institutions, ecosystem influencers, and sectoral partners within OIC Global Network. The camp included training, professional guidance, and enhance management, networking, and decision-making skills. Youth has always had a very distinct perspective. They see the world from a unique point of view. To inspire the youth to look deeper into the society and to express the thoughts, Dhaka OIC Youth Capital Film Award was organized in participation of the creative youth of the time. A Scout Conference for Sustainable Development was also organized in view of strengthening the youth physically and mentally and bring them together with the theme, Scouting for Better Environment. Interscholastic competitive debate is a favorite youth engagement because it promotes self-expression, cultural understanding, academic exchange, critical thinking, tolerance, and civic discourse. Bangabandhu Dhaka International Debate Fest for the OIC youth was organized to connect young debaters across Islamic countries to give them a fair platform of debating on contemporary issues. The father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, was a leader, statesman of unique and rare magnitude. His youth and his whole life are sources of inspiration. To recognize the youth with the leadership qualities and to get inspired, Bangabandhu Global Youth Leadership Award was organized in different categories. The celebrations of the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital have energized the youth as we have seen youth from the farthest corners of the world are eagerly participating in this cheerful celebration. Youth from the world beyond OIC member countries joined the celebrations, and the celebrations at Dhaka has truly reached the hearts of the youth. It is said that the first step is the hardest towards unity. The Dhaka OIC Youth Capital has built a platform for the youth to make the first step comfortable and confident. Proper guidance, the values and teachings of Islam and peace, integrity and harmony are the virtues that can build a prosperous youth generation. Dhaka OIC Youth Capital was organized with the theme Resilience for Parity and Prosperity. The successful celebration has inspired millions of youths and paved the way for further engagements. The journey of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital will always be remembered with pride and honor and with beautiful memories of youthful celebrations. Behold the indomitable spirit of the youth, the unstoppable motion to go forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we humbly request His Excellency Ahmed Mahlouf, Minister for Youth, Sport.
Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs, the Republic of Tatarstan, Russian Federation, His Excellency Zahid Hassan Russell, MP, Honorable State Minister of Youth and Sports of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Mr. Taha Ayhan, President, Islamic Cooperation, amicable relationship since long in the history. Our people have been connected by the vast Indian Ocean for hundreds of years.
Bangladesh has been a key contributor in the development of Maldives, especially an invaluable partner in the development of sports and youth affairs. The youth of both countries often engage through different initiatives. They make friends, and as a result of the modern technological advancement, the engagements have increased. The togetherness has not only been improved between the two nations, the youth of the world has come closer now. In the hard times of the pandemic, the youth has utilized the power, and as far I know, Dhaka OIC Youth Capital has successfully used the blessing of technology to organize. I congratulate Dhaka for this outstanding achievement. The recent state visit of Prime Minister Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina is testament to the close brotherly relation of our nations. Is also home to Maldivians who are seeking higher education. Excellencies, Bangladesh and Maldives have shared a common enthusiasm for the development of youth and sports. We have witnessed the growth of Bangladesh youth and sports sector under the leadership of Her Excellency Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and His Excellency President Abdul Hamid. The efforts put in by the government of Bangladesh to develop capable nation-building youth have been exceptional. The job my counterpart, His Excellency Zahid Hassan Russell, has done as the Youth and Sports Minister has been tremendous. I congratulate you, Your Excellency, for doing a wonderful job for the youth of Bangladesh. The relationship between Maldives and Bangladesh has elevated to new heights during President Ibrahim Mohamed Solih and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's governments. The shared interest from our leaders for youth and sports development has paved the way for new avenues and cooperation. I am confident that our nations will engage in extensive programs for youth and sports development with the MOU that was signed during Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's recent state visit to the Maldives. I congratulate the youth who participated in the celebration and wish the OIC Youth Capital continued success, and I look forward working with you closely. Thank you, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we humbly request His Excellency Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, MP, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, to deliver his speech. Thank you.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. His Excellency Muhammad Abdul Hamid, President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency Muhammad Zahid Hassan Russell, Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Youth and Sports, Government of Bangladesh, His Excellency Ahmed Mahlouf, Minister of Sports, Youth and Community Empowerment, Government of Maldives, His Excellency Mr. Timur Suleimanabov, Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs, Republic of Tatarstan, Russian Republic, Honorable Ministers of Youth of OIC member states, His Excellency Mr. Taha Ayhan, Honorable President, Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. It is a privilege and an honor to be present at this grand closing ceremony of the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. And I would like to congratulate you all on the successful completion of the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. My special congratulations to the winners and the participants in the 11th category, which constituted the foundation of this great celebration. Bangladesh was chosen as the OIC Youth Capital 2020, which overlaps with the two of the greatest celebrations of our era, the birth centenary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and the Golden Jubilee or Glorious War of Liberation in 2021. The year-long programs of the OIC Youth Capital help to foster cooperation among the member states in the field of youth policy, as well as enhancing solidarity among the Muslim Ummah. Distinguished guests, youths consisting of 60% of the Muslim Ummah embody not only the dreams of today, but also the aspirations of tomorrow. But for a long time, their voices remain unheard. I would like to extend my appreciation to ICYF for creating a unique platform for Muslim youths, for declaring Dhaka as the OIC Youth Capital 2020, which helped in furthering the dream of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who remains an icon for youth, vigor and vitality in building this Sonar Bangla, together with the youth of Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are passing through an unprecedented time due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Humanity is learning to adapt itself in this new world order. Not only is our health sector impacted by this pandemic, but as a natural fallout, the world is facing economic turmoil. The pandemic is a stark reminder that our fates are interconnected and that no one is safe until everyone is safe. The youth leaders who participated in the events were among the first responders during the pandemic situation. In Bangladesh, we, from the very beginning, have put equal emphasis on lives and livelihoods of our people. We announced 31-point directives after the detection of COVID-19 cases, stimulus packages worth more than 1.24 trillion taka, equivalent to around 4.4% of our GDP, have been rolled out. Ladies and gentlemen, today's world is plagued with various problems and challenges: environmental pollution and climate change, health issues, human rights violation across nations, access to justice, peace are the main concern of today's world. Dhaka was chosen youth capital in such a time when Bangladesh is sheltering 1.1 million forcibly displaced Rohingyas. Palestinians are fighting against occupying forces for their freedom, and Islamophobia is rising. Youths who took part in the various events got the opportunity to develop expertise and also to get acquainted to various ideas and concepts in areas of filmmaking, art, voluntary work, digital technologies, scouting, entrepreneurship, and leadership programs. I believe you will use your talents and expertise in implementing and furthering, augmenting the knowledge that you have acquired through this journey. I hope that the youth will take the opportunity in showcasing the humanitarian activities and also the achievements of all Muslim countries to sensitize and also to change the mindset of Islamophobia among many due to ignorance and wrong perception. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I thank the organizers for giving the Sheikh Hasina Youth Volunteer Award in the name of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who embodies the vigor of a youthful soul. My thanks to the participants for sharing their ideas and concepts. My special thanks to the juror for spending their valuable time to make this event a success one. It is indeed a happy occasion, and may I say a timely one, when we start recognizing under the OIC Youth Capital Program the endeavor of youth. The challenges of today's world can only be overcome by your self-acting, proactive efforts, especially by the young generation, so that they can perform a constructive role in the society as a responsible citizen. Wishing all the best to the Republic of Tatarstan in carrying forward this torch of the youthful endeavor, and I assure you our support. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, may Bangladesh live long. Thank you.
Honorable guests, the spirit of the youth of the world is one of the most magnificent virtues to cherish and to celebrate. It is wonderful that the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 has embraced the spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will enjoy the theme song of the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020, which is the rhythm of the youth that will bring a better future.
পাখিদের চোখ থেকে দেখো এ শহর দেখবে কত শত উঁচু মিনারে সারাদিনে 5 বার ধ্বনিত আজান শহরের কেন্দ্রেও সব কিনারে 400 বছর ধরে প্রিয় রাজধানী শনিপুর মুসলিমের শহরটা সেই আজ উড়াল সেতুর ভাজে সূর্য চোখ খুলে যেদিকে তুমি তাকাবে আসলে পৃথিবীর তরুণ যুবা তারুণ্যের রাজধানী ডাকছে ঢাকা আসলে পৃথিবীর তরুণ যুবা তারুণ্যের রাজধানী ডাকছে ঢাকা Youth is power, youth is unity. We stand for parity and prosperity. বঙ্গবন্ধুর ডাকে তারুণ্য চেনে স্বাধীনতা কাকে বলে স্বাধীনতা কাকে বলে পৃথিবীর তারুণ্যের কাছে আছেন সাহসের আলো জেলে সাহসের আলো জেলে তারুণ্য বুকে নিয়ে চলেছেন আমাদের নেত্রী Mother of humanity তার উৎসাহে তারুণ্য গড়ে তোলে শান্তির পৃথিবী আসলে পৃথিবীর তরুণ যুবা তারুণ্যের রাজধানী ডাকছে ঢাকা আসলে পৃথিবীর তরুণ যুবা তারুণ্যের রাজধানী ডাকছে ঢাকা Youth is power, youth is unity. We stand for parity and prosperity.
Distinguished guests, now we shall hear from the Chair, His Excellency MD Zahid Hassan Russell MP, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Youth and Sports of the Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today's chief guest, His Excellency Muhammad Abdul Hamid, Honorable President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh. His Excellency Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen MP, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Governor of the People's Republic of Bangladesh. His Excellency Ambassador Hissan Ibrahim Taha, Honorable Secretary General, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, His Excellency Ahmed Maalouf, Minister of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment, Government of the Republic of Maldives, His Excellency Mr. Taimur Sulaimanov, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Republic of Tatarstan, Russian Federation, His Excellency Muhammad Faridullah Khan Dulal, MP, Honorable State Minister, Ministry of Religious Affairs, Bangladesh, Mr. Muhammad Akhtar Hussain, Senior Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Bangladesh, Excellencies of different embassies, Secretary of different ministries, winner of different events with delegates from OIC and ICOIF and all dignitaries. Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon to you all. It is a great honor and privilege for me to be here in this grand closing ceremony of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 International Program. On behalf of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, I heartily welcome you all this August closing ceremony. Excellencies, first of all, I would like to pay my deepest gratitude and homage to the greatest Bengali of all times, a legendary hero of the history, the icon of youth, father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, under whose undisputed visionary leadership we achieved our much coveted independence. This year we are celebrating the birth centenary of Bangabandhu, and the OIC Youth Capital was organized this year in Dhaka to celebrate the memory of our great leader. I also remember the martyrs of the Liberation War of Bangladesh and those who fought and sacrificed a lot to achieve the independence. This year we are also celebrating the Golden Jubilee of Independence, and December is the month of victory. It is a great time for us to get together in celebrating the spirit of Bangabandhu and Bangladesh. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister of the Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, the Mother of Humanity, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, who in her strong hands is leading Bangladesh towards becoming a developed country and a golden Bengal as dreamed by Bangabandhu. She has set an extraordinary example before the world to give shelter more than 1 million helpless Rohingya people in Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh is growing at an unstoppable pace. At the 53 million youth of this country is a prime force of the Honorable Prime Minister to achieve this success and keep the pace. The youth of Bangladesh has played an important role to tackle the impact of coronavirus pandemic. They are now exploring the world and bringing honor and respect for Bangladesh. This is a time of rapid globalization when many things depend on technology, and the youth of Bangladesh has been way ahead in this perspective. Distinguished guests, father of nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman had contributed a lot of spread of Islam in the independent Bangladesh. We had set up Islamic Foundation, allotted land for Tabligh Ijtema on the bank of Turag River, and also provided land for Kaklail Mosque, as well as issued a ban of liquor and gambling. Bangladesh joined OIC platform for Muslim world in 1974 under the farsighted leadership of father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Since then, Bangladesh has been keeping close relation with all Muslim countries. It has been playing instrumental role in different activities of OIC and promotes the general interest of Muslim Ummah in different international forums. Following the footsteps of our father Bangabandhu, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is also doing a lot of spreading the spirit of Islam. As many as 560 model mosques and cultural centers are being constructed by spirited leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, throughout the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is always better if we can go there together. It gives me hope that the youth of the world today believes in peace, parity, and prosperity. To inspire this belief and to ignite the spark of youth, Organization of Islamic Cooperation and ICYF has been organizing the OIC Youth Capital in different members' countries. This time, Bangladesh is the host of this youthful and eventful arrangement, and cordially convey my gratitude to the Honorable Secretary General of OIC and the President of ICYF and the OIC member countries for selecting Dhaka as the OIC Youth Capital 2020. Excellencies, this program was actually planned to be held and completed in 2020, which we could not do due to the pandemic. We designed the programs with some colorful events where youth from all over the world would visit Bangladesh in person, experience its beauty and dream and prepare for the future together. But even before the launching, the pandemic broke out and had to put a halt to the original plans. But we did not stop. Very shortly, we arranged an online launching ceremony and the programs. Events and competitions took place eventually. I'm very pleased to let you know that despite the pandemic and its adverse impacts, the youth of the world has come forward spontaneously to participate in the programs. The opening ceremony was held on 27 July 2020, where Honorable Prime Minister Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina graced the occasion as chief guest and declared the opening. While the Resilient Youth Leadership Summit 2020 was also arranged in virtual platform with the active participation of youth from 75 countries. As the COVID-19 situation deteriorated, it was not possible to arrange all the programs physically in due time. However, with sincere preparation and proper precautionary measures, we have been able to arrange all the programs successfully. About 4 million youth engaged in these programs and occupied in networking and sharing among themselves. The competition have come to an end, and today we shall also get winners of the competition. I am very happy to share with you that we have selected 182 participants of 30 countries as prize winners from 6,679 participants of 86 countries. I congratulate the winners of this competition and all the participants. Today we are the end of a successful completion just because you took part in these programs. I believe the OIC Youth Capital will continue to keep the spirit of the youth up and help the youth of the world be united with a common vision and common purpose. I once again convey my gratitude to OIC and ICYF for giving us the opportunity to organize the event, and I congratulate the youth on their accomplishment and contributions. I'm confident enough that the youth will make the world even better than what it is now. Government of Bangladesh has extended the youth development initiatives to much broader scale under the direct supervision of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. We also look forward to more and more international conference and competition in different sectors among the youth to enable them to reach out to the world. Distinguished guests, last of all, I thank you all for being with us throughout the whole program, and I look forward to contribute in youth development in any manner possible. I humbly express my utmost gratitude to His Excellency Muhammad Abdul Hamid, Honorable President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, for his graceful presence in the grand closing ceremony. I convey my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to our Honorable Prime Minister, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, for her wholehearted support to complete the event successfully. I'm so grateful to my friend, Mr. Taha Ayhan, for his kind cooperation to come successful completion of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. I sincerely thanks to ICYF team for their great efforts and contributions. I convey my sincerest appreciation to His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Malouf, Minister of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment, Government of the Republic of Maldives, for his graceful presence in this auspicious event. I would like to convey my gratitude to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, particularly Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen MP, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Bangladesh, and his colleagues. Ministry of Cultural Affairs, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Ministry of Religious Affairs, Ministry of Education, and other concerned ministries and organizations who worked hard and contributed a lot to accomplish the program successfully. I convey my special thanks to all OIC member states, diplomatic missions from home and abroad, and all the viewers, those who are enjoying our program. At the end, I am highly ambitious that the relationship between OIC, ICY, and Bangladesh will be more fraternal and strong in the days to come and remain forever, inshallah. Thank you all. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. May Bangladesh live forever. May Bangladesh, OIC, ICY ties live forever. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the announcement of the champions, the youth from Bangladesh, the OIC member countries, and from all over the world competed in a number of competitions of the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. Despite the incredible performances from everyone, there are champions. Now, with the consent from the Honorable President, we shall announce the champions and distribute awards on behalf of His Excellency. We are seeking consent from His Excellency. Thank you. But first, let me announce the global winners of the competitions under Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. First competition, Bangabandhu Global Youth Leadership Award Global Champions. Category, Climate Response. Name of the winner is Ms. Seruni Salsabila. Country, Indonesia. Entrepreneurship, Mr. Sirene Yassin. Country, Palestine. Humanitarianism, Mr. Sheku Foryo. Country, Syria, Leon. Category, Innovation, Mr. Ibiatsi Irika Claude Mallet. Country, Gabon. Category, Sports, Culture, and Arts. Winner is Mr. Aliyu Ahmed, country, Nigeria. Second competition, Bangabandhu Dhaka International Debate Fest Global Champions are in the OIC member phase, Mr. Nayara Noor and Alia Fairoz. Country, Bangladesh. Bangabandhu Dhaka International Debate Fest Global Champions Non-OIC member phase. The winner, Ms. Shao Kelu and Enshia Lee from United States of America. Sheikh Hasina Youth Volunteer Award International Global Champions are category Volunteer Leadership, Ms. Mariam Ahmed Mohammad, country Lebanon. Category Media and Service Excellence, name of the winner is Ms. Fatiha Muhammad LCC from Egypt. Category Outstanding Youth-Led Voluntary Organizations. The organization is Burning Kudu Future Group from Nigeria. Category Best Innovative Idea, Mr. Jimkail Afara from Somalia. Category Online Volunteer Campaign, Mr. Nadir Husseinov from Azerbaijan. Scout Conference for Sustainable Development Global Champion. Name of the winner is Mr. Ahmed Mohammad Abdel Monem Al Said Abdullah from Egypt. the Holy Quran Recitation Competition Global Champion, Mr. Ali Reza Vizayneval from Iran. Dhaka OIC Youth Capital Film Award Global Champion winner name is Mr. Mohammad Bozbey from Turkey. Entrepreneurship Skills and Employment Camp Global Champion, category name Entrepreneurship. Name of the winner is Mr. Imran Fahad from Bangladesh. Now we would like to invite the winners of Bangabandhu Youth Art Competition Global Champions on stage, please. Category name Contemporary Art. Name of the winner Mr. MD Yasin Arafat from Bangladesh. May I request our Honorable May I request our Honorable Chair, MD Jahid Hassan Russell MP, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Bangladesh, and Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen MP, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, to hand over the certificate and crest, please. We are giving Dhaka OIC Capital 2020 Sheikh Hasina Youth Volunteer Award National, category Best Innovative Idea. Champions jointly are Dr. Dakhao by Mr. Muhammad Adnan, Mirpur DHS, Dhaka. I would like to request Mr. Muhammad Adnan, on behalf of Dr. Dakhao, to take his crest and certificate. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Muhammad Adnan by Dr. Dakhao. Thank you. Now, another champion. The Art Society by Mr. MD Zafir Shafi Chaudhuri. Now, category 2, Act of Bravery. Champions jointly are Dr. MD Mehdi Hassan, May I request Dr. Muhammad Mehdi Hassan to come up on stage, please. Our another champion, Dr. Bidut Borua. Category 3, Community Leadership and Service. Champions are Mr. Tilottoma Shikdar, Kobi Sufia Kamal Hall, University of Dhaka, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Tilottoma Shikdar. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you all to give a big round of applause to our winners, please. Thank you. And champions jointly, another one is Dr. Muslima Zahan. Dr. Muslima Zahan, PhD, Moshiurapara, Ishwardi, Pabna. Our next category, Corporate Support in Voluntary Youth Activities. Champions jointly are Anjuman Mufidul Islam, Mr. Mohammad Mahfuzur Rahman, Anjuman Mufidul Islam Road, Kakrail, Dhaka, Bangladesh. Another champion, Minister Maiwan Group. Name of the winner is Mr. M.A. Razak Khan Raz, Lakeview, Gulshan 2. Our next category, Environmental Response. Champion, Follow the Bangladesh by Mr. Muhammad Humayun Kobir, Jatiyo Kobi Kazi Nazrul Islam Bishwabidyaলয়, Trishal, Mয়মনসিংহ. Our next category, Most Impactful Initiative. Champion is Quantum Foundation and the winner is Mr. Shahid Al Bukhari. Ladies and gentlemen, please look at the smile of the winners. Give them a big round of applause when they are on the stage. Thank you. Our next category, Most Impactful Media Personality. Champion is Mr. Bhaskar Bhaduri. Thank you. Our next category, most inspiring volunteer story. Champions jointly are Mr. Ayan Muminul Haq and Mr. MD Jahid Hassan. Mr. Ayan Muminul Haq. Can you request Mr. Muhammad Zahid Hassan? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Muhammad Zahid Hassan. Our next category, outstanding youth volunteer organizations. And undoubtedly, the champion is Bidyananda Foundation, Mr. Muhammad Salman Khan. Our next category is Service Excellence, and the winner is Mr. Muhammad Saleh Mahmood Tushar. Now we would like to give the OIC Knowledge Master Global Champions Award. The winner is Mr. Rajin Sachi from Bangladesh. May I request the winner to come up on the stage as early as possible, please? Thank you. Our next category is Bangabandhu Youth Art Competition Global Champions. Can you remove the mask, please? Thank you. Category name, Contemporary Art. Winner, Mr. Muhammad Yasin Arafat from Bangladesh. Our next category, Graphic Design. Winner is Ms. Shaila Sharmin from Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Shailesh Armin. Put your hands up together for all the winners. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together once again to congratulations the champions. Now, the year 2020 and 2021 will always be remembered in the history as the years of global pandemic and shutdowns. However, we believe that these years will also be remembered for the OIC Youth Capital 2020 and how, despite the global pandemic, Dhaka managed to organize the programs colorfully. It was looking impossible, yet Dhaka has accomplished it with the highest possible participation of the indomitable youth. Now, the ICYF is presenting an award to the host country for the most diligent and resilient performance to Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 during COVID-19 pandemic. I humbly request Mr. Taha Ayhan, President of the ICYF, to hand over the award. I also humbly request Mr. MD Zahid Hassan Russell MP to come over and receive the award on behalf of the host country, Bangladesh. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dhaka was selected as the Youth Capital 2020 in early 2020 and the key was handed over to Bangladesh. Now it's time we pass the key and the responsibility to the next destination. On behalf of the ICYF, the key of the OIC Youth Capital will be handed over to the next city, Kazan. We request Mr. Taha Ayhan, President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum ICYF, to receive the key of the next youth capital on behalf of Mr. Timur Sulaimanov, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Republic of Tatarstan, Russian Federation, from MD Zahid Hassan Russell MP, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Bangladesh. This key handover ceremony is taking place symbolically. The main key handover ceremony will take place next year in Kazan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an auspicious time for us today, and we are very honored and happy that the Honorable President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency MD Abdul Hamid, has graced us in this merry occasion with his presence. It is our honor to have the opportunity to be inspired by your presence as our chief guest of this event and get in touch with your wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, now the chief guest of today's program, the Honorable President of the People.
At the outset, I recall with profound respect the greatest Bengali of all time, father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I pay my deepest tributes to our four national leaders and heroic freedom fighters who made supreme sacrifice for the sake of our independence. I also recall the contribution of our foreign friends and supporters during the War of Liberation in 1971. Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to share with you, especially to the youth of the world, about the youth and youthful spirit of Bangabandhu and the history of the golden youth of Bangladesh. Very few in the history of mankind have done what Bangabandhu accomplished in his lifetime. History and the annals of history automatically come up whenever one speaks about Bangabandhu. The legendary leadership did begin in a very early stage of his life. Bangabandhu always got himself involved in helping others and ameliorating their sorrows instead of bothering about his own happiness and sorrow. He used to worry about others. That was the beginning. He started protesting whenever he saw injustices, exploitations, and repressions. He never became confined within his own self or the domain of his family. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh has been marching towards development since the last decade. The rise of the nation has been an example for others. Our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is leading the journey as she has been inspiring the youth just same as her father did. It makes me proud to say that the youth are the frontier force of our recent development. Bangladesh has a majority of youth, having one of the highest demographic dividends in the world, and it is our hopeful and confident prediction that this youth will bring about a better future. Distinguished guests, the youth can achieve anything when united. The Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 has been one of the largest platforms to unite them. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation is the second largest intergovernmental organization of the world after the United Nations. Bangladesh became a member of the OIC in 1974 and has a strong tie with the organization since then. We believe that with common beliefs and shared vision, the member countries of OIC can help build a better tomorrow through cooperation. I express my gratitude to the OIC and the ICYF for choosing Dhaka as the OIC Youth Capital 2020. It was a valuable addition in the celebrations of the birth centenary of the Father of the Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital has been a great experience for the youth of the world and Bangladesh. I believe the youth have come together through sharing ideas and taking part in the programs. This sharing will build a network of the youth, and through that network and friendship, the youth will build a better world of cooperating and coexistence. As the host country, we take the pleasure to organize and celebrate the youth togetherness. Bangladesh is always in the process of fostering international friendships. We believe in our diplomacy of friendship to all, marriage to none, set by Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I hope that the youth of the world will uphold the same philosophy. The slogan of Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020 was resilience for parity and prosperity. In crisis, the youth has always put remarkable contributions. just as they did in the recent pandemic time. A strong and spirited youth network is a strong force to build resilience against all the hardships and for parity and prosperity. I hope that the youth will absorb the philosophy within and keep contributing to the society and humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, as the world is changing, it is the youth who can adapt faster, and they are the herald of progress. This celebration of youth has given me further hope that the future of the world is good, and no matter that challenges come in the way, the youth will face it boldly, fight it strongly, and win it eventually. Because in my experience, I have always observed that the power of youth always wins. The next OIC youth capital is Kazan, the capital of Republic of Tatarstan. I wish every success of the next OIC youth capital for the subsequent term and formally declare the closing of the Dhaka OIC capital. Stay well and healthy, everyone. May Allah be with us. Joy Bangla, Khuda Hafiz, Bangladesh, live forever. Thank you.
Now we are at the end of the program and the grand celebration of the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020. With kind permission of the Honorable President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, today's program concludes now. Thank you, Honorable President. Thank you all. Thank you. আমি একটু সবাইকে বিনীতভাবে অনুরোধ করছি আমরা যার যার আসনগুলো গ্রহণ করব, কারণ আমাদের এরপর আরও কয়েকটি সেশন আছে। একটি ফস্টার সেশন হবে এবং তারপর আমাদের স্ন্যাক্স বিরতি আছে এবং তারপর আমাদের সাংস্কৃতিক সন্ধ্যা আছে। আপনাদের